Ethan had always tried to please his mother, Margaret. He worked hard, studied diligently, and pursued a career in finance. Yet, no matter what he achieved, Margaret never seemed satisfied. One evening, she invited Ethan and his sister Olivia for a family dinner. It was meant to be a casual gathering, but Ethan felt tension in the air. As soon as they sat, Margaret began her usual criticisms. "You've never really done anything impressive, Ethan," she said, her tone sharp. Ethan kept calm, letting her words roll off. But then she added, "And look at Olivia. At least she knows how to make an effort." Olivia looked uncomfortable, glancing at Ethan with sympathy. Ethan sipped his drink quietly, formulating a plan. He had been patient for years, watching Margaret belittle him while he quietly managed much of the family's finances. The dinner continued, with Margaret lecturing about jobs, accomplishments, and life choices. Ethan decided it was time for a revelation. He set down his fork, looked Margaret in the eye, and spoke calmly. "Mom, there's something I think you should know." Margaret raised an eyebrow. "Oh, do tell." Ethan took a deep breath. "All these years, I've been taking care of your bills." Margaret blinked, momentarily speechless. Ethan continued. "Electricity, mortgage, car payments. I've covered them without ever asking for recognition." Olivia gasped softly, surprised by the admission. Margaret tried to mask her shock with a scoff. "Well, of course, you had the means. That's what you're supposed to do." Ethan smiled faintly. "Actually, Mom, I could have spent that money on myself, my education, or even saving for my own family. But I chose to support you because I love you, even when you don't appreciate me." Margaret looked around the table, realizing for the first time how much Ethan had done silently. Olivia reached over and squeezed Ethan's hand, proud of him. Ethan had the room's attention now. "Mom, the next time you call me a failure, remember who's been paying your bills all these years. Maybe then you'll see me differently." Margaret's face turned red, a mix of embarrassment and realization. For once, she was speechless. Sophie, Ethan's best friend, had been sitting nearby, quietly nodding in approval. Ethan's revelation shifted the atmosphere completely. Dinner continued, but Margaret no longer criticized. Instead, she seemed to reflect on her words and behavior. Ethan felt a sense of relief, a weight lifted after years of silent sacrifice. He had finally shown his mother the truth, without anger, only calm clarity. Over the following weeks, Margaret began treating Ethan with more respect. She realized the value of his hard work, patience, and dedication. Ethan's quiet generosity had finally spoken louder than any argument. Olivia noted the change as well, feeling proud of her brother's integrity and strength. Ethan had turned years of criticism into a lesson on gratitude, respect, and acknowledgement. He understood that sometimes actions speak louder than words, and patience can reveal the truth in the most powerful way. By the end, Margaret had learned a lasting lesson about underestimating those who quietly support and sacrifice. Ethan smiled, knowing he had claimed his respect without losing his composure or integrity. He had shown that true strength often comes in silence, until the right moment to reveal it.